Hi YouTube, it's Precious and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be making two kinds of chicken. I'm going to be making fried chicken and hot wings, and then I'm going to be making as a side some Zatarain, red beans and rice, and some cabbage as my two sides. Today I had to do a lot of prep because if I did in this video it would be really long. I've already had both chickens marinating. My fried chicken, I always marinate that normally overnight, but I actually got it started at like 6 this morning. I added just some seasonings, and it's been sitting in that seasoning the whole time. And so when you let it sit, I really like kind of let it sit overnight because it seems as if it gets right down to the bone. But I mean, to marinate it even for an hour, it will get that seasonings throughout that chicken throughout the whole chicken wing. And then for the hot wings, I have that marinating in the same seasonings, but I also added mustard and actually minced garlic to that, as opposed to and garlic powder as well. So I didn't add that in the chicken I'm going to be frying. So I'm going to show you what everything looks like and get to cooking. Thank you, and I hope you enjoy. All right, here are all my ingredients. I have the cabbage all cut up. The onions on the side of there all cut up as well. I'm going to be using a little chicken stock in that. I've already have the bacon on. It's half done. I don't want to cook it all the way because I wanted to cook some with the cabbage. Just wanted some of that bacon juice to kind of render to get that flavor in that skillet. And then there's my hot wing chicken which is marinating in the mustard and seasonings and garlic, and then this I'm going to also, this butter actually goes with the hot wings, and that gets marinated in after I fry these up. They get marinated in hot sauce and butter and then baked. And then here is my fried chicken that's been marinated in some lemon pepper, onion powder, garlic powder, black pepper, seasoning salt, and that's it. And then those are the same seasonings for this, except for I didn't add onion powder in these, and I added a little minced garlic to it as well. So I'm going to start frying I'm going to make the fried chicken first because I'm going to use the same wok for both chickens. And once I fry up the mustard chicken, it kind of like the mustard kind of sticks in there and kind of messes up the pan. So we'll get started with this fried chicken first. I'll show you what that looks like in a minute. Bacon for the cabbage is cooking. That's about 5 slices of bacon I got in there. I'm going to kind of cut it up a little bit once they're done, almost done, and then I'm going to add the cabbage and onions. Okay, right now I am just flouring up my fried chicken. I got the grease over here cooking already, and in this flour I just season it with some seasoning salt, black pepper, and garlic powder as well. Just shake it and get it coated really good. I don't do like a egg wash, an egg and then flour or any batter. I just do flour, guys, and it turns out crispy, delicious, just good. You'll see. I'm gonna get some of these in here. I think that this oil should be hot enough in the wok. Yep, it's frying. And I like to cook it in the wok because I can get a lot more pieces in here than I could get in like a skillet or even like a pan that I would deep fry it in. And I am just using like the little winglets that's cut up already and prepared. I'm not using whole wings. Okay, I'm going to show you what that looks like. Okay, I got the fried chicken frying in the wok, and it's frying up really good. Right now I got the fire on high, and I'm gonna cut it down a little bit, guys, to like a medium high, and just let it brown slowly. And I also have my cabbage over here cooking. That the onions, the bacon, all in here together, and a little chicken broth, and of course seasoning. Seasoning, salt, black pepper, and garlic powder. I'm just gonna let that cook slowly. It takes a while, especially for those thicker, chunky pieces. But it's already pulling all that flavor up from the bottom of the skillet from when I fried up that bacon. Should be good. Okay, here's my first batch of chicken, all done, the fried chicken, and this is what it looks like. I've actually got a batch of the hot wings on cooking right now that marinated in the mustard, and I actually started it because that has a whole other 2 steps. I have to marinate it in the hot sauce and butter and then bake it, but I only marinate it in the hot sauce and butter for a couple minutes and kind of take that hot sauce and butter and pour it on top while it's baking. And then I use this other little eye to cook another like 9 pieces of chicken that I cooked. I also started the red beans and rice cooking back here, and the cabbage is done. So just got these babies to fry up. I'll let you see how they look when they're done. Okay, everybody, this is what the hot wings that I did the first step, frying them in the mustard marinade, looks like when they're done. Next, I will put them in this hot sauce and butter mixture. They are still hot, fresh out of the wok, and so they'll melt that butter and make it into one sauce. I have a couple of them in there already. I'm gonna put some more in there so you guys can see what the sauce will look like when it melts into one. Sorry about that. And then just kind of stir it in there. By the way, when I make lemon pepper wings, I do them exactly the same way. I marinate them in a mustard and seasoning, and then I fry them up in that mustard and seasoning. Then I take in a paper bag or a bowl with a top and put them in that bowl or that bag, and sprinkle lemon pepper over them while they're hot, guys. They gotta be hot. Something about when they're hot, they can just absorb the flavors, and so I'll take it and sprinkle it in there and shake that up and let it sit in there for a little while they're hot and marinate in that lemon pepper seasoning. So this is what it starts to look like when the butter is all starting to melt. I'll let this sit like this for maybe 5 minutes or so, maybe even 10 minutes. Sometimes when I'm cooking up a whole bunch of batches of hot wings, I will let one batch cook while this marinates in the hot sauce and butter. But since I'm going to get them, I got a whole nother batch over here. I'm going to get them off, and then what I'll do in the end is when I get them all on my baking sheet, I'll take some this hot sauce and butter that's left in there and spoon it on top, and that'll give it some more extra flavor. But be careful, don't keep doing it and cooking it, because it'll make it hotter and hotter and hotter, unless you like it like that. I'm gonna get these finished marinating, and I'll show you what they look like before they go in the oven. This is what they look like before I put them in the oven, and then I'm going to actually spoon some of the hot sauce on top of it and let it bake until they look crisp. Okay, so I just take a spoonful of the hot sauce and spoon it on top of each one of the hot wings. I've already done a couple of them over here on this side, so I don't want to go over them twice because I don't want them to be too hot. Remember what I said before, the more hot sauce you put on it, the hotter they get. And if you like it that way, let it bake for a little bit and then spoon some more on there. they all have some hot sauce on it, and I'm gonna get them into the oven. But this is what they look like with that spoon full of hot sauce on it. All right, everything is done. These are what the hot wings look like when they come out of the oven. All the chicken is fried up. Got some cabbage and those red beans and rice. I'm gonna taste it and see what it tastes like, guys. I am so hungry. I actually added some kielbasa to my red beans and rice. You can actually just make that a one meal and add you like kielbasa and some ground beef, or kielbasa and shrimp. But it's going with my chicken today. You can taste all that flavor that comes from New Orleans. Red beans and rice. You can taste the meaty spiciness in the kielbasa. Let me taste some cabbage. Oh, that's good. This cabbage is good too. I taste that bacon, smoky bacon taste in there. I taste the onions. The seasonings that I put in here just bring out the natural flavors of the cabbage. I don't even know how to describe the flavor of a cabbage, but it's good. Let's see what the fried chicken tastes like. That's what it looks like. Look at that crunch. Oh, this season's so good, y'all. I'm telling you, I love to let my chicken marinate. It gets it down deep, all into the meatiness underneath that skin, down to them bones, y'all. Some hot wings. I should have made a ranch dipping sauce. I don't even know I didn't think of that. Fried chicken just tastes the onion powder, the garlic powder. You can taste, oh, by the way, I had to put some dry parsley in the marinade as well. You can taste that parsley in there, guys. I'm definitely taste the seasoning salt and black pepper. Just a hint of spiciness with that black pepper. Let's see what these hot wings taste like. That's what that looks like. That hot sauce is good, spicy, salty. Then you got the butter coming there with some added flavor. Oh, these hot wings is good, y'all. And you can taste the seasoning. It gets in there from the marinade as well. You can't really taste the mustard. Sorry about that. It's really just to give it that crispy look or that browning coating look, but it also flavors it as well in it. But I don't actually taste the mustard separately. I can taste that garlic powder, that black pepper, and the parsley as well. I am going to enjoy this, y'all. I want to thank everyone for watching. I ask you to subscribe and like my video. This is Precious. Bye-bye.